Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will put total weather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Play fake on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
The Aggies pump to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. He's moving out of the pocket, trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6.
And how about the dinosaur, the fullback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows, in these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front, into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll test the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Working that left side now. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be changing the route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Oh, that will be in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Pressure coming, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Owens. Makes the grab, it's Norman. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Scrambling away. Got it in the middle. It's Bussey. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
There he goes. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Running into the open space. Makes it past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the tailback. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Oh, they're after him. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. Got a little space. It's a seam wide open. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gained a little bit of everything on that one.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Well, fellas, the sun has set on the battle for the Sunshine State, and we have a winner between Florida and Florida State. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire, and a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range there. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Through the air, it's Owens. Finds his man. It's Norman. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here no matter where you are in the field. You can keep this drive going.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. This quarterback part of their running game. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Armstrong. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Looking for the tie with the extra point. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bucs. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys. You see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down.
Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Miller. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Lewis wants to pass. It's on target and complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He might want another play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And it's That's a way to make a stand. Got room on the return. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the... And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Lewis to throw. Under fire. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Miller. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Gets it out fast. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Lewis wants to pass. Right down the middle. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got through trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, they're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Armstrong. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives, because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
To the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
That one comes out hot down the right side.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Lewis to throw. Quarterback moving. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll pass it. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Lowers those pads. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station, and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front, and if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
Back to pass, it's Grimes. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet. And you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Makes the catch down the right side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Lewis wants to pass. Floating away. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Schroeder. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Colorado! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Comes the Texas A&m offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up
understanding the situation. Now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive.
There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense changing the play. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason they get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice these things.
And the Buffaloes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bucks! They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive, and they got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Owens. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Caught over the middle. It's Norman. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but won a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling.